The main objective in this game will be to break into the gift vault. This is because even though you are all on the naughty list, Santa still creates your gifts because just in case that somebody redeems himself during December. However, in order to gain access to the vault, you need to gain the 4 Advent keys. Not even Santa himself can gain access to the vault without these keys. That was actually an incident a couple years ago where one of the gnomes lost the key. It was like a whole debacle, you guys. So a couple of weeks before Christmas, in the secret settlement on the coast of the North Pole, also known as Junkyard Village, a group of Nordic gnomes gather in a rundown shack crafted from garbage and a shipwreck. We see a little group of tricksters, liars and cheats stand hunched over a low table, because otherwise they couldn't actually see. And there, displayed on the surface, we see a blueprint of the Santa's workshop located in Tinkertown. And as we pan the camera, each one of these people come into view. Let's start with you, Alistair. Who and what do we see?
You guys see a gnome, so an older gentleman. He has sort of grey hair, sort of slightly balding, and sort of kind of pulling back. And I'm just making this up. He has a beard, but
it's not on his face.
It's not on his face. No, it's I don't know. He has mutton chops.
Ooh.
And a kind of a big handle. Big mustache.
Does he have a limb?
I don't know what that is, but sure.
The one that where the mutton chops go and then they go up there.
Yeah. That's it.
Like Hulk Hogan style?
Yeah, he looks like Hulk Hogan.
Oh god.
I don't know. Why not? I guess that. Yeah, sure. He's sort of standing. He has a big backpack on his back. It's sort of almost the same size as himself, and from it is sort of sticking a very large crossbow. Kind of the end of it, it can't quite fit into the.
Again, it's where it's awkward to get in and out of a door, essentially.
Very awkward. He has to kind of go sideways through doors. He also I don't know. He's wearing a pair of those kind of goggles, welding goggles on his head. Why not?
And
that's him. He has a hammer in his belt.
And what's his name?
Yes, hello. My name is Werner Hedgehog.
What is he called, Werner Hedgehog?
Hello. It's me, Werner Hedgehog.
Very well.
Greetings.
Nice accent.
The camera pans further and we then see the next in a group.
A gnome called Pepper Nut called Pep. Well, Pepper, she's short like all gnomes. She had like these cute little bunions on top of her head because she thinks they make her look a little bit cuter. And she has double trouble tattooed on her knuckles, D-U-B-L, and then a T with like so she has to like draw the T, B-L-E. Can't really see it, but it's double trouble. She has this giant warhammer beside her called the Nutcracker, and it's real pretty and glittery and swirly, and it almost looks a bit like a candy cane sometimes. So yeah, she's just sitting there like displaying her ginormous biceps all the time. Sitting like
she's
this.
essentially like an inverse triangle. Or
Yeah.
Cool, and the camera pans to the last member of the crew.
Yes, you see a young gnome, black hair, wearing sort of a fancy outfit. It's essentially a sort of a penguin suit, not but also with
tuxedo.
Yes, a tuxedo with a little top hat, fingerless gloves.
So an incel?
Well.
Oh boy.
He's very bright and smiling. Yes, hello. My name is Felix. Felix Navida.
Yes, thank you.
And this is the rest of my crew. And you see 3 skeletons standing behind him, and a zombie. This is Casper, Melchior, and Balthazar, and Bob. Bob. Yes, that's right, Bob. Bob's a little bit special, but he tries his best. Bob. Yes, that's right.
So you literally have a skeleton crew.
Yes, I have a skeleton crew. And a zombie.
Casper,
Melchior, and Balthazar.
Balthazar, the fucking 3 wise men. And the last one, you're sure it's not Jesus? Jesus Christ.
It was Bob. Bob. Yeah.
Very well. So
How did that skeleton get that much incense?
Just stuck into the ribcage.
This skeleton brings you guinea gold. This skeleton brings you incense. This skeleton brings you myrrh.
Whatever.
Murder!
And also, what the fuck is that?
This is me.
Oh, cute. Yeah, so you are of course planning for this heist, breaking into the workshop, never been done before. And I'm gonna say you of course plan for this. So each of you can try to make an investigation check on one of the rooms in order to learn more about it. Because right now you don't really know anything other than the layout of this place.
Have any of us been there before?
No.
This isn't the workshop. This is...
This is the workshop. You're watching the blueprint on. Then
Okay.
Oh, we are.
None of us have ever worked there.
We are second generation outcasts.
Yeah, you are second generation exiled gnomes.
I would like to have a closer look at the wood department.
Yeah, very well.
Nervous.
The nursery daycare then? Jesus fucking Christ.
There's a daycare?
Yeah, baby.
Yep.
Den nemmeste vej, det er den her vej.
Oh, the direct route is the easiest way?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, we have to find the 4 keys of Athens.
Oh yeah, shit. Guess about those.
Yeah, Felix, if you roll an investigation check,
I will!
and you can use any of your modifiers, but I'm guessing intelligence.
I'm using intelligence. I'll use my wooden die. 18!
18.
18?
Cool, very well.
Wait, investigation? 18.
Here you can see the actual map. You have learned that there are 3 sectors within this department. There's the garden sector, where various plants, herbs and so forth are grown to be used in canteen. There's the grove sector, where these large magical trees that almost instantly regrow once they're cut down, giving renewable resources.
Cut down.
And then there's of course also the country station where all the wooden parts for the toys are made. It's been in a decline the last couple of centuries.
Whittle away at that hardwood there.
Yep. You also know that the last remaining OG Santa's elf, a certain Fairfax, resides in the grove sector.
Fairfax.
Because all the other elves left the workshop a couple of centuries back. They were unhappy with the organization of mankind and didn't feel like they should receive any presents.
Oh.
Hence the reason why gnomes now run the workshop along Santa.
Wait, were they like D&D elves?
D&D, like fantasy classic elves.
Oh, okay. So not like pixies or something?
No, not ikke what we would call elfer.
Usually a bestiary out there. Bestiary. There we go.
What is... I'd like to know more about the expedition. Is it the expedition?
Yeah, expedition.
That's the only one that really sort of like, what the fuck?
Very
Well,
well.
I'm dead. Ooh, that is a sweet, sweet natural one. Starting off.
You try to do your best. You create
It is +8.
+8. You don't actually get any proper view of the local location. However, you do know it is essentially like a conveyor station where these conveyor belts carries different packages and materials between the different departments.
It's that.
And Pepper.
I like to investigate the sleeping quarters.
Cool.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
With
Okay.
-1.
Actually, I haven't rolled and created a map for that area. It is essentially what is built. It's a place where workers
But
can
like,
sleep down and so
How
forth.
many?
How many?
Bits?
It varies depending on the season, as one might expect. Typically, it can house about 100 to 200 people.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
mainly the people who have a late shift, or those who have to meet in really early in the morning, use the sleeping quarters. Otherwise, they just sleep at their own houses.
I know I really fucked my role here, but like what is the scale we're working with here? Like how big is this place?
It's very large. I haven't put a number on.
No, like if you had to kind of like is it a kilometer from end to end, for example? Like is that really
Yeah, I would say. Again, it's a very large factory.
fucking huge? Yeah. I mean that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Big old fuck off magical things. And it's twice as big for us.
Again,
And it's twice as big on the outside. Weirdly.
Again,
magic.
They didn't reverse it, so the whole thing. For instance, you know for a fact that there's like a small forest inside one of the departments, so it's fairly large.
Those two have a sense of big.
So that is what you gather before you arrive at Tinkertown. You managed to easily sneak past the place. It's not that hard, seeing as you are all gnomes.
All gnomes and three skeletons.
Yes.
Even them jaunty heads.
I put a tarp over them.
No. I mean, I have. I have proficiency with weaver's tools, so I will weave up some jaunty heads.
What you essentially create is like these reindeer costumes. You know, where one is the back and one is the front.
There we go.
Yeah, and then the one just says.
Those reindeer are really clanky, aren't they?
Yes.
And smelly.
One of them keeps saying bar.
They are very ill. They must be put down.
We must take these reindeers to the inferno.
But yeah, you are at like the snowbank, hidden from view, where you can see the entrance to the workshop. In front of this large gate are two yetis, Jasmine and Lily. They're standing guard, but right now they're actually standing in front of a small fire camp and making s'mores. You can see actual marshmallow stuck to the fur around their mouths.
Disgusting.
But right now they are blocking the entrance right now, so you need to find a way to get past.
Can we hide behind a snowbank?
If you are hidden behind the snowbank and can see down, and like I imagine some of you have binoculars, like you're all standing on top of each other, like what do you see? I see.
I see the two yetis, Sandra and Margaret. What are the names?
Jasmine and Lily.
Not even close. Jasmine and Lily.
Jasmine has grey fur and a white bow. Lily has white fur and a grey bow.
But it's nice. So.
Okay. Yeah. Any ideas of how we can get around these two monsters?
Well, I mean, is there any way? Do you know any way around, or just like scaling the thing, or then?
How about
I mean, that is maybe a backup plan.
maybe we could distract them.
Okay, perhaps with some reindeer.
Yeah. Yeah, we could like use those your friends, and then and then like they run after them, and then we're like, boom, get the door.
I also have just all of these. I just take out mechanical guys, a little like
clockwork.
Yeah, clockwork kind of bullshit. I have all of these toys.
Ooh, that'll help.
They are actually they're sort of designed to pitch to center, but I guess we can use some of them to distract. I can make them make noise. Yes, no. I mean, like I kind of want to make these.
Oh,
I feel like so I've made so these are sort of exhibition better.
And what do they do?
But they can. Let's put one down. It can walk.
Whoa!
And I can make it make a sound, and it starts playing Jingle bells.
That's very and they're just there's no overarching theme or anything, just robots.
They're all candy cane colored.
Ooh,
they're candy stripes.
I can see that now. Now
Yes.
you mentioned it.
They all have reindeer antlers, also made out of candy canes.
She has a small dog with antlers.
Paint them yourself.
Yes,
That's some skill work.
Thank you.
That is pretty. That's pretty
It
good.
is the only thing that gives me joy in this world. Anyway, shall we use them to distract these fucking yetis or what?
Yes, let's
do that.
Let's lob some of your merch at them.
Very well. So I'm gonna have you make a deception check to see how.
Just to see what I can specifically, because the thing is, like, it's a combination of my gnome thing where I can make little guys, but also I can do magical tinkering where I can imbue magic in little objects.
So you can make a clockwork toy. It has AC 5, 1
It's a
HP.
non-magical object, but these are specifically non-magical.
Yeah.
C5.
Right. So yeah, I just. I mean, I give. Usually, you must use can only go one property at a time. Okay. All right, fine. I take out 3 of them,
Huh?
and one of them, one of them kind of starts shining light.
Yeah.
and one of them plays the Jingle Bell thing, and the other one smells bad.
Well, it smells like Christmas.
Yes, it smells like peppermint, so actually it's fine.
Okay.
How tall are they?
The tiny guys. Tiny girls.
But yeah, make a subject, and I'm guessing you're not gonna go walk down and put them down. You're probably gonna throw them.
Put them on the snowbank, kind of lined up.
I can reach out from there.
So
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
How about we have them like walk past them like boop 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 boop.
I mean, yeah, they can walk. They're very slow, but they can walk. The scent's there.
Oh, yeah, well, let's.
So they kind of.
Yes,
Once they die.
The monkey does.
And I sort of walking them. I guess I'm walking them before they sort of here and walking them sort of. Over.
Yeah, exactly. It's like guiding them away.
Like a little, they're in a line, and that's
Okay, cool. Make a subject check. I'm gonna say you may use intelligence instead, if you so wish.
Well, it's a natural 17, so that's going to put me at a big old 22. Am I proficient in deception? No.
You see both Jasmine and Lily just drop everything they have in hand and try to chase around like small kids, essentially.
Yes. They are very, very.
Call me Jasmine. It's this way. Oh yeah. I don't know how to come up with some voices, but yeah, the entrance is clear now. You can get into the Grand Hall if you so choose.
Let's get in through this door.
Let's get into the Grand Hall then.
Very well.
Come on.
Cool. Can we open the door?
Yeah, again, it's not locked or anything like that.
Cool.
Other gifts.
Inside this room, it is decorated to the brim with garlands galore and ornaments. It's essentially like Christmas throughout in this place. There are two enormous Christmas trees at the back end of the room, and along the walls you can see these rows of gifts that are actually meant for the workers and the families for the workshop, because once Santa returns from the whole sleigh ride, then the gifts are divvied out. You quickly take cover, however, as you can see a group of tinker gnomes start to come out from, I believe it's the canteen. Yes.
Is this something we can take cover, like behind some presents?
Yeah, that's what I imagine. Like, you also see before you duck to cover, you can actually see there's this cannon, which is used to decorate those hard-to-reach places. But yeah, you see these gnomes like drinking a cup of cocoa and like discussing with each other. But right now, they're in the center room. There are 4 of them.
Where are they walking towards?
Actually, they seem to just stop in the middle. Like.
Fucking centrists.
You can see someone start to point at the gift, like guessing which gift is to who and so forth.
So they're standing like about here?
Yeah.
And we're hiding behind here, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so by my math, they're about 250 meters away.
How about we like... Did you want to go to the apartment?
Well,
I
was actually thinking perhaps we was wondering if perhaps we could have
out with it.
These gifts. Just the wood department sounded interesting, and also because that's where the original elf is. The OE, as we call him.
Right.
And perhaps
you want to kill him?
No.
Revenge for your family?
No. I was thinking...
Say, did you hear a rattle? I think I heard a rattle.
I was thinking...
Let's go.
And you hear the skeleton like...
I was thinking that perhaps he probably has one of the keys that we need.
Let's go in there.
That makes sense. Do we know anything about where the keys might be?
No.
No, we have to figure that out. Okay.
The OE probably has one.
That makes sense.
Yes.
To me.
Yes.
We should like sneak right here by the wall.
Very well. Make a stealth check.
Uh-oh.
And you can just make a communal for the skeleton.
That's a 10.
10?
Got a nice 11 now.
That's an 18, and then a communal for the boys. I'm assuming it's Bob. Bob's modifier. That's a 5 for Bob there. And
at the moment that Bob turns the corner, he just moves around and his hand just hits the package. You then Werner tries to catch it and then drops it Then Pepper's trying to catch it.
Yes! Damn it, Vernon.
Oh no, and that package was full of glass. Just shards of glass.
And you see one of the gnomes look up, looks towards the skeleton, and just faints. The three others like, all right, boys, time to do some work.
The skeleton goes, Casper!
Roll initiative.
They will see their names.
Roll initiative, guys!
Will or not the gnomes be able to defeat Santa's workers? Who is this mysterious elf called Fairfax? And will our diminutive friends succeed in stealing the presents from the gift vault? Find out in the next episode of Heist for Christmas. A quick side note, the intro was by Martin Kerr, whereas the outro is by Kevin MacLeod. Any additional numbers used in this episode was by Kevin MacLeod. Links can be found in the description down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay in tune for our Christmas special.